Hi, everybody. Welcome to Soultiful. And today we are talking about tech. Everyone needs it. Stay tuned.
Hi, and welcome to Soultiful.
Simple things in life. What up, though?
What them do? What's up, Toya?
Hey, welcome
Hey,
to Soultiful. I am Latoya.
I'm that other Toya.
Oh, y'all. And we got a surprise for y'all. We got Mykea in the house, y'all.
Blah blah blah. What them do? What's up, Kia?
Hola, hola.
Hola. Wow. Y'all don't understand. It's I can't believe she's here.
Listen, we still shocked.
I have no words.
I've none, y'all. It's like having a celebrity in the house.
The pettiness.
Oh goodness. So yeah, again, welcome to Soultiful. If you're new here, this is a show where we like to highlight business owners. We also like to highlight business owners who are virtual service providers, as we are. And it's just a blessing to have Kia with us on the show today. Like Toya said, it's hard to get her to come around. So it's not petty, sis. It's the truthness.
It's the truthest.
Yes, that part. That part. So what do we start with around here, Toya? What's first? What do we do?
Yes. So we're gonna start with what we're working on. What are you working on? And so guess what I'll be working on? I'm on a new intro for this show. Y'all know we did some revamping and everything. So we definitely are gonna have something new, fresh, vibrant, big like us, we're gonna have something really good coming next week, and it's actually gonna be made by the whole, mainly me, because I want to take on this project.
Yes, it's gonna be made by you. It's gonna be made by you. I'm excited.
I know I'm gonna have input from all of you though.
Yes, ma'am.
And matter of fact, my key is gonna be one teaching me, y'all. So y'all just watch, because she's the tech guru. That's why we got her on the show today. Y'all know we talk about tech genius on board today, so it's about to be lit out here. So yes, that's what I am working on. I'm going to be working on this week. I'm be working on some tech stuff.
Awesome. Yay. So today I've been working on proposals, updating our proposal template, sending out proposals. In the midst of that, Toya, right while we were working, I got a message for a new potential client. So I understand you guys had a discovery call at 4:00 in the morning, or we had a discovery call maybe
4 a.m.
4 a.m. We had one on the fly today, and it's always nice to know, someone that you have connected with maybe a year or 2 years ago, and to get a message, hey, I would like to know about your virtual services, and that's happened to us a couple times here in the last few days, and so it was amazing to meet with a young man that I had done a project with that was not work related. And for him to be interested in our services and just to have that meeting day was pretty cool. So been just doing client stuff this morning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Mykea Johnson?
I'm always working on some tech stuff.
Yeah.
Some more tech stuff. Some more tech stuff. Yeah, that's it.
So the tech head was being techie today. We got it.
Yeah.
What's your main tech project you got going on right now?
Go Giga World.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Don't be shy. Say that. Yes.
Awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, Kia. What are you still talking?
No, actually, I'm not.
Okay. I just wanted to remind you all that we want to know what you're working on. We're excited about what you have going on. So please let us know in the comments. Let us know what you're working on. We want to hear. All right.
Yes. So let me let y'all know why we are so excited to have her here today, because so like we said last week, for those that did not watch last week, shame on you. Last week, we really gave a good update to let you know what we exactly had going on, and that's when I announced the Go Giga and what we're doing as far as our group VASL and the whole nine. So if you did not watch that, scroll back and come back here, finish watching this one. So then what I want to tell you is, so the mastermind behind all of this, like the tech genius, the one sitting in the lab, like raw creating a tech empire, is this wonderful woman right here, Mykea Johnson.
Her.
Yes, like she's amazing, y'all. I am very blessed to know this woman. She's taught me so much stuff as far as my own business, how tech has changed it. I actually redid my website after sitting down with her for a few sessions, learning some things on the back end of websiting and stuff like that. And now I absolutely love my website. I fell back in love with it. I thought it was good before. It was even better once she got her hands on it. So y'all can't have her, but find you a Mykea. Her name is Mike. Listen, Mykea, as in Mykea.
Mykea.
But look, I want to make y'all know today is like she's going to share some awesome gems that she has for you, and we're going to talk about, you know, how that's the title of our show today. Everyone needs tech. You know, tech, without it, I don't know how you're gonna run your business. Don't know how you're gonna do it.
Pencil and paper.
Oh, baby, dinosaur age. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's gonna share her expertise. She has an extensive background in tech. She has been in tech since she was a wee little lad, and she is like this diabolical genius behind the scenes. As you can see, you don't even see her face. You don't get to see her face, but you know she's there because her hands are in something, and then you're like, "Oh, that's beautiful. It must be a Mykea thing. Beautiful, beautiful."
Okay, I love that. Diabolical genius.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Welcome, Mykea. Come on in. Let's settle down.
All right.
Awesome. So I think to get us started, I think it's important to understand, like Toya said, you know, we all need tech. And I think sometimes when we hear that term tech, we just get like, and it's like anything. Like I think I parallel that with accounting. Like people feel like that about numbers in accounting, and it's just numbers. It's just, you know, what's coming in and what's coming out. And if you just look at it in a simplistic way, it's easy to kind of to chew on it. And I think, what do you think, guys? Let's start out with just talking about some simple tech things that can help you if you run into problems like with your computer and stuff like that. Just simple things that most business owners will run into, right?
Yeah, one of the first things I want to say is that, you know, as a small business owner, you are the tech. You are the tech. You are the tech person, right? In your own business, you're the tech person. So I think having a simple working knowledge of some basic tech stuff is key so that you are able to function. So we're going to share some of those.
Okay. So what you got?
First one. I have a story to go with this one. Hold on. So listen, I used to work at a call center, a vision insurance company, and literally I would be the person on the phone, and they'd be like, your website is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's not websiting, you know, and they're like, I can't find anything. I'm looking, I don't see anything. It don't talk about nothing about vision. Like, what is wrong with your website? Literally in our SOPs, first thing supposed to be, what website are you on? Like, you're not even on our website, but you are calling us to complain that nothing's working. Let's website. So that leads into the first thing. First, start off with basic things. Do not run and go hire a whole dev team. to handle some things when maybe you're not even on the right site. Let's start there.
And the dev team is a development team. That's what the dev team.
Y'all hear it? That's that tech lingo. My bad. Can't tell me nothing. Y'all heard it. I'm a black girl in tech. Do you hear that? Did you hear the tech lingo? Okay. So like start with basic stuff. Reboot clears a lot of stuff.
It really does. I used to work, I used to do tech support for a company or two, and that would be the main thing. People call in, my printer's not working, I cannot get on the Wi-Fi, I can't, nothing's working, my mouse won't move. And literally just power your system off and power it back on, and that takes care of a multitude of computer sins. You'll see that things will a lot of times work just from doing the reboot, letting your system reset itself, restarting your router, those type of things, the simplistic things. And in the tech world, it was KISS, keep it simple, stupid. That's literally what was said. Always, start very, very simply before you go, you want to hire a developer or whatever, right? So that I think that's like the biggest piece of advice, Toya.
What you think, Mykea?
I think simple works. I know I'm beyond simple, but simple works. It does. It works. It works.
Yeah, I think it doesn't always work, but you want to start off there first instead of being high level. I know that's sometimes hard for real smart people, but that's what you want to do. Mykea's one of them smart people, so I understand where her mind is.
Yes, I mean, like literally, y'all, we literally had a tech issue today. Literally had a tech issue today, and I mean, we encountered it. What was it? Yesterday or the day before yesterday? No, it was yesterday, right?
It happened 2 days in a row.
Yes, 2 days in a row. Yes. And, I'm learning my tech lingo. So I'm like, oh, this is a work stoppage. Yep, this is a work stoppage. This is a company-wide event, And so I'm learning all my lingo. So, when we send out those memos, everyone, we are aware of the problem. So we literally, she has, well, let me not take, what did you do? Look, Mykea, you tell them what did you do to start the process of trying to fix the issue?
First, the issue was a ton of issues. It became a DevOps issue.
We broke it.
The databases, cleared out the cPanel, the cache, and then, nobody could fix it. I had to escalate the issue to the server team. And they couldn't figure it out. So I said, all right, I'll do a reset and move it to another cPanel because it was just a total mess. Something happened with Google's algorithms and it tied into the code that we have on our site, and it just crashed everything. I won't say crashed because if you visit the site was live. But we couldn't get in the back end, and that was a big issue. So moving it over to the new cPanel, everything worked out fine. So he goes into our project portal, and we had an issue with the time clock not stopping. And initially that was, a big issue too, because it just it'll keep counting, no matter what we did. And it was we debugged the issue, found the code. And it was simply that it was missing a number for the calculation, like it was missing the amount of hours, the hourly rate. And Toya suggested let's just enter the hourly rate.
Toya did that,
and it resolved it. It resolved that issue. So we've been smoking.
Hence why we decided that sometimes it's just the simplest things. My simple brain could not fathom why anything was why it wasn't working, and I'm not a tech person fully. Y'all see me in training. Not a tech person fully, but but in my mind, I'm like, if it's great, let's put it there and see what happens. We put it there, fixed it, and now we're back to normal. But little simple things, basic stuff, you never know. It just might fix it. And we literally was thinking about, okay, this is gonna be somebody we got to hire. We're thinking we know that could, hop on and take a look real quick and all of this, because Mykea is connected to the real tech people, them people that are like diabolical like her, So she was like, all right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and like I thought to just create a whole new C panel that was not even in my brain, and she did it just like that. Blink the eye, new C panel. It's like rebuilding your whole site in minutes. What? Who does that? Mykea Johnson. She does that.
So with our thing, business made simple. I think again, just to reiterate, it's important to always check the simple things first. If you got somebody like Mykea, you can go ahead and create the C panels, but that's not what Toya's gonna do. That's not what I'm gonna do. So I think it's important to remember to have in your arsenal to know to do the simple things, reset, all those type of things, and then if you don't know what to do, if you tried 5 to 10 minutes to try to fix the problem, make sure that you take advantage of your tech support that you pay for. You pay for these services, so call the tech support people. Chat them up and get their support. If you're not alone, especially if you're using somebody's software, you're not alone, and don't be alone. Let the experts take care of it. Let them do it. You've paid them for that.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing we were going to talk to y'all about as far how to choose your tech stack. I was thinking it was just as basic as, usability. But Mykea Johnson said, no, ma'am, that is not it. That is not all.
So ladies, what is a tech stack?
So a tech stack is the type of technology that works together to accomplish a goal.
Okay. That's good. Okay. So all the different systems and stuff that you would use for your business so you can make the money. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, for business, yeah. In a business, definitely. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. So go ahead, Toya. What were you gonna say about tech stack?
When I first started my business, my tech stack was quite simple. And that's basically how a lot of people are going to start out. You're going to use things that, one, are free, easy to use. And one that I kind of learned along the way was you need to see what type of customer service they got. There are companies out there that customer service sucks. And I'm coming from a customer service background. I'm like, how are you surviving? How are you making money? Your customer service sucks. I can't come to you for nothing. So that particular stack, you need to know that product in and out, because there's nobody for you to call to find out why it's not working. Mm-hmm. Or unless it's a problem way beyond user, it's on their end, then yeah, you got to call them, but they expect you to just tinker with it and figure it out. They're not really going to help you like that. So now when I pick a software, I'm looking at how are y'all going to help me if something happens? Because like you said, you are the tech person for your own business. So if I don't know how to do this and then I can't come to you, I can't use your product. I'm sorry. I got to go somewhere else. That's how I feel. Mykea was telling me that there's even more to that than that. And to me, that was pretty simple. And she has a different opinion. Go ahead.
So tech is very complex to navigate because it's about a use case. It's about what you need to accomplish. So like you can start off simple, but what does simple look like? So I've seen people go get CRMs. I've seen people go, build these websites on Wix, and, they have difficulty just with something like booking, or, they may have complications with email, or, things that they start to find as important. So you have to look at what it is that you even need to do before you start picking a tech stack. Like, what is it that you want to happen? And it is by far the average question that I have to ask anybody when they start to get a website or anything tech. They're like, what do you want to do? What are you trying to accomplish? What's your goal? And you backwards engineer it, because there's things like stuff don't work together, integrations, lack of integrations. There's things like over cost. So like you can go with everybody's favorite right now is like HoneyBook, right? You have the side, you have HoneyBook, right? And everybody's like, oh, HoneyBook is pretty cool. Well, if you need booking, guess what you gotta go get? Calendly. And and now it's starting to add up. And that's pretty much how this stuff's go. And if you go out there and you just start doing stuff, and you'll start to see the cost adding up, and then you'll start seeing that, oh, well, I need to be able to do this too. And it doesn't necessarily smoothly integrate. And next thing you know, you have 7 logins to complete one task. So you always want to start with, what do you need to do? And your processes that it takes to get it done. You start there, you can build a stack.
I love that. That's how I ended up with Dubsado. Literally thought about what all I needed to do. And instead of buying all these pieces, parts, you buy the program that has majority of everything you need right there. Other than PayPal, Dubsado was the other piece of stack that I needed. Put them together, I didn't need much else. It had all the components that I needed. The invoicing, the emailing, the tracking, the contracts. It had everything I needed. I pay for that. So,
that works. It works. And it has to be user friendly. So like in Dubsado is a learning curve. You have a ton of different systems that does a ton of different things. So wow, that's a great start for some. And some people may just need an email marketing CRM. It just all depends on what it is that your business is doing. The biggest thing is you can always outgrow it, but you want to make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, which is part 2, and I absolutely hate this, so I'm just going to throw it out there, is a data transfer.
Yeah.
That's going to be the downfall of your tech. And so typically what I look at is how easy it is for me to transfer my data. And the reason why that's a big deal is because all tech will not always fit you 100%.
That's correct.
Right.
So,
and that makes a big deal.
That's a big deal. So what companies tend to find is like, when you get ready to export things out and you say, oh, I'm going to go over to, Visita, from Dubsado to Visita. You move your contacts as queue, but all your financial data is stuck. All your history is stuck. Your tracking is stuck. There's no way to really get that stuff out of there unless you have full access to export all of your data. That is a top issue, especially with CRMs that target small businesses, especially CRMs that target small businesses. So watch out for that.
Yeah, let's think you've done, for instance, Dubsado or whatever, HoneyBook for 7 years, and you just kind of growing it. You're ready to go to Salesforce or something, right? And just think of all that data. And Dubsado specifically, thank God you're able to export, financial stuff like that. But, there's a whole lot of stuff that you cannot in a lot of these systems. So that's a great point, Kia. It is a great point to think about that when you're going into something, because at some point you may be going out of something.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. Yeah. Another good point. Yeah, I think another good point that you brought up, Toya, was just customer service. Like you really want to make sure that when you're getting any type of software, understand the limitations on customer service. Sometimes it's just chat. Sometimes it's just 8 to 5. Are you, when are you dwelling there? You need to know. And specifically, I think about this environment, like I'm a live stream producer, and I have, people bring different softwares to me all the time. And my first question is, well, do they have support? I understand it's only $50 a year for that software, but do they have support? What do I do when the system goes down and I have a client that's looking at me? I mean, so just, you want to keep those things in consideration. You want something that's cost effective, but you definitely don't want to slack when it comes to customer support, depending on what software it is.
Yep, because then you're gonna find out that $50 didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, I would definitely say cost effective is not always the answer. It's anytime you're dealing with tech, cost effective should should be like a third question down the line. Like that should be the third, because you have people want to avoid paying for things, and they like those pricing points. But the thing is, there is no customer, so they don't have enough money coming in to support that team. They are more hands off. You are on your own, just as mentioned. And so a lot of times you are paying for support. You're paying for that. And people skip out on that until something doesn't happen right in your business in the heat of the moment, and you have nobody to call. Like Toya said, it's a huge deal. Imagine, just something as simple as a client's filling out forms and they're stuck and they're not going into the system. And this has been going on for a day. You can't call people to come back to your website and say, hey, form broken, you fill it out. That's not always the case. And if they take 48 hours to get back to you and fulfill a ticket, you're stuck.
You done lost that client.
You lost it just that fast, or you have to have an offline method. So I'm not a person who skip out on money when it comes to tech, and I'm biased because I like tech and I build tech, so it makes sense. But I don't check out on that. That is by far the worst thing to do, because when you invest in your tech, you can be more hands off. You can be way more hands off. You can keep the overhead low. You keep you get a lot of things done. And people tend to make tech the last thing they want to focus on. That's the tech. Right after you figure out what it is that you're going to do, you start soliciting your clients. Tech is the very next thing you need to be doing, because you are typically solopreneur starting out. Who's going to sit there and do all of that stuff?
Yeah. Well, ladies, we all work together virtually. We're always online working. And we've also run our own businesses. So I would love to hear what's your favorite part of the tech stack? Like, what's your favorite software in the tech stack that you use individually or we use together?
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question. Let me think.
Who, me? WordPress.
Go ahead. WordPress for Mykea. And why WordPress?
It's open source. I'm a fan of open source. I am a huge fan of open source. And it has a huge community. But definitely, open source.
I'm with you with about WordPress because it's open source. And so that can be a little scary for some people because there's nobody that you can call on. But there's so many different companies. The community is so big. There's so many different communities that are even companies that support WordPress. So you're in good hands if you decide to create a WordPress website. There's so many people, so many companies that can. It's been around for decades now, right? Wow, that sounds yes, but WordPress has been around for decades. Now, if something was open source and it just started yesterday, I am not going to use that with my clients. It might be something I would play around with, but if it does not have any longevity, I personally wouldn't, would not incorporate it in my tech stack. Just something I play with, though. With that being said, I don't know if you guys know about AppSumo, but a lot of the times new companies will come on AppSumo and you can get something really inexpensive, a software. And, decades or maybe even a year or so later, it is blown up. It's like a billion-dollar company, but when you go to AppSumo, you're able to get it when it's in its infancy. But the thing is, sometimes it's not stable. You don't know if they have staff to support it. And so those are the type of things I kind of put on the sideline. I don't necessarily incorporate that in my tech stack, if that makes sense. But I don't disregard it because you just don't know where it's going to go. But I think right now, my favorite software that we use is Basecamp, because it is a centralized place for us to hang out with our clients, where we can put all our documentation, we can chat, just everything can be in one place. Because the more and more you grow, emails get lost. I mean, they just do. Someone emailed us the other day, and I didn't even see it. But if I look at my activity in Basecamp, I'll see stuff there. So right now, I really have appreciation for something like Basecamp, because it allows us to manage a project, and it's not overbearing like some of the other project management tools that are out there for clients. What about you, Toya?
I think my favorite is Canva.
Okay.
It touches both sides of my brain.
Nice.
I can talk, I can get in there and get it with my creative side. I can also get in there and get with a tech side. You know what I mean? Like, tinker around, audio, make this happen, and I also get to play with colors and be pretty and girly and all this other stuff. So I think Canva just like is my perfect environment. Yes.
Nice. I think we all mentioned something that we use every day, every single day.
We do.
we use all those every day.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Kia, I know we're about to wrap up, but I would love to hear a little bit about your tech story. Like, how did you get into tech?
You know what? I don't know. What I do know is
She woke up a diabolical genius. What you mean?
I've always been in tech.
No, it's like, seriously, like, it started when I was a kid, and like my mom bought a computer home. She bought a computer home, and it was mine.
That's awesome.
And that was it. It was like, it just got deeper and worse over the years. All the electronics, I always had an addiction to electronics. I had my kids had the addiction now, but I had the addiction. Once my mom gave me the first computer, then I ran through every device that there was, and then I built computers, and then I hung that up because that was the most boring part of tech for me. And then I stepped into tech companies. My first job, like as a 16-year-old, I went into tech support at T-Mobile. And I was 16. I just like tech.
Awesome.
And designing tech, because I did my very, very first business as an entrepreneur was business cards, T-shirts, and flyers,
Nice.
which I used to get on the computer and design as a 17-year-old and sell them to companies. Like, I literally go out and walk into people's companies and, I sell business cards, I make flyers or whatever. And I was learning Photoshop at the time because they've been around forever. And I was designing in Photoshop and
Nice.
designing tech and stuff like that too. So
Nice.
this is not overnight.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, and can we just celebrate Black girls in tech? We don't have to be programmers. I'm not a programmer, but we are all Black girls in tech, and that's pretty cool, right? Toya, we want to hear your story too. But I think in high school, I was geared to the School of Business, and I like computers, and at that time, all I know was secretarial work. I don't know, that's all I knew that girls could do really with computer secretarial work. But I went to the college and I focused on information technology, and I learned just more and more about computers. I dabbed a little bit in computer science. That was not the answer. I did, tech support, network support, and I just always loved just helping people and helping them with and being on the computer. So that's kind of how I got my start. When I started my first business, I needed a website, and I wasn't paying nobody to build it, so I had to learn how to build my own. And I just think the love for all this stuff, techie, just kind of developed, over time. And this is my spot. This is where I have fun. So I'm glad to be a Black girl in tech. What about you, Toya?
I'm just a nerd, You are.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my gosh.
Always been in the nerd realm. I was in tech without knowing I was in tech. Let's start there. I've been
That's
doing
true.
WordPress for a minute, just didn't know that was tech. I built websites on WordPress, not really knowing like, hey, some tech stuff. Do you know that? Mm-mm. Like it was not until I actually got with y'all, remember? And I was like, oh wait, I do know WordPress. Remember that day I was sitting in there like, oh no, I do know WordPress. Let me get in here. Made a whole, had my little website. Was not as good, but I did have a working knowledge of how to make a website, and that was clearly from me tinkering over the years, just touching
Yeah.
stuff and learning stuff, reading stuff, being my good nerdy introverted self. Just yeah, and
Love
I
it.
I literally was doing my company is a social media company. So, I'm in Canva, I'm taking around, I'm making this and making that. And I decided like I need to know more of the tech side of what I'm doing in my business, which is why I reached out to Mykea. Why? Because she's like a tech genius.
Yes, she is.
Of course, right?
Yes, she is.
I mean, she was like, yeah, that's literally what you need to be doing.
That's awesome. And I love you said that you didn't even know. I want to tell our viewers, male or female, what have you, if you were tinkering in WordPress, if you know what a CDN is, if you know what
Yes,
plugins are, if you know what a
yes.
cPanel is, if you know what a DNS server, if you know what that is, you are a techie. I had to come to terms. And, I like to say that I like hang out with the nerds, but I know a little stuff, so I might be a little nerdy too. I want you to know
She's
that you're a techie. I want you to know that you're techie, and it's a cool thing. It's a great thing because everybody needs tech. Everybody needs tech.
y'all. Speaking of first computers, like Mykea just mentioned, why did I know the first song that was sung by a computer? Why did I know this? I was literally singing it like, y'all don't know, y'all ain't never heard the first song sung by a computer.
Lord
And
have
they
mercy.
both was looking at me like, yeah.
That
I
was
was
real
like,
messy to me.
Daisy. I was singing that like, what? Y'all ain't never heard the computer song?
Lord have
Yeah.
mercy. So, guys, I know we need to wrap up here. So, I'm going to give my takeaway, and I'll give our takeaway, our last words. My last words is to remember to keep it super simple, keep it simple, stupid, whatever you want to say. When tech issues arise, start simply. Unplug the computer, unplug the printer, let it reset itself. A lot of times that fixes it. What about you, Toya? What you got? What's your takeaway?
Um, Surround yourself with knowledgeable people.
Hey, that part.
Yes, find you your own version of a Mykea in this world because it will save you tons of headache and plus you'll learn something in the process. So
That's right. That's right. Kia Johnson, what you got?
Um, Hire a professional. I, I'm just joking. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like the biggest thing I notice people do is they skip consulting.
They
Consulting,
do? Okay.
the
consulting.
consulting, right?
Yep, that will save you a headache. It's whole companies out here. It's too many options. It's too many ways to go. Get with a consultant. Tell them what your goals are, and they'll refer you. Yes, they make money for referring you, but at the end of the day, if they have a smorgasbord of different ways to put stuff together, even if you just buy a technical plan from them, get
I
one.
love it. I love that. That's good, Kia. I think about a couple clients that we've dealt with lately, and they have both purchased software. They don't know how to use it. They just thought it was a good deal, and it just doesn't work right. And it would if they would have spoken with someone, a professional, to kind of really get clear on the best tech stack for their business, they would have saved a lot of money and time. So
Yeah,
that's great
yeah,
advisement for sure. Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
save you 60 to hundreds of thousands of dollars in the long run.
No, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, you are correct. Guys, if you want to know more, my kid's a little, I mean, you like you see, you don't see her face, but she does have a business and we all work with her at gogigaworld.com. So if you are interested in anything as it relates to digital marketing, go to gogigaworld.com. We do shows, we do events, we help people build their tech stacks, and we would be more and more we'd be happy to assist you. And it won't be me. Don't worry. It will definitely be Mykea Johnson that will help you with that with that tech stack.
Really?
Toya with that marketing strategy. Oh yeah. That's the truth.
Really?
That is just the truth. You know what, guys? I think we have a commercial here that Mykea Johnson created on the fly, and it would behoove me to share that with y'all today. So I guess y'all want to go.
y'all.
Yes, y'all want to go out on that. Before we do, I want to make sure that we let people know about the VA World Conference. Go to vaworldconference.com. We are virtual service providers, me and Toya, and we are sponsoring. We're sponsors for the VA World Conference this year. We would love for you to show up. If you're interested at all in being a virtual assistant or being a digital marketer, anything working online, this is a conference for you because you'll be able to connect with other like-minded individuals. There's gonna be all kind of prizes. It's gonna be fun. We just talked to the DJ today, so we're gonna get crunk. We're gonna enjoy. It's all virtual, so you can do it from the comfort of your home. Go to the vaworldconference.com, okay? And we'll make sure we put that in the comments as well. All right, so we're gonna go out today on the commercial for Go Giggle World. And we thank you. Toya, what else do they need to do?
Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and meet us right back here every Tuesday, 6-ish.
Because we work and we gotta get the work in. But yes, 6 o'clock next week. And we would like to thank you so much, Mykea Johnson, for gracing us with your avatar today.
You're welcome.
All right, y'all. Bye.